Hello guys and welcome to a new Wargame video today by me, Vulcan. Today I have for you a live gameplay, 3 versus 3 on Gunboat Diplomacy. And it already looks like one of my enemies is struggling to connect, but it looks like it's okay. So we're going to continue with this recording. And today I'm going to be showing you how I play the game. Many of you have been requesting it, and it's not often that I get to do a live gameplay because they can be quite tedious to record. Either way, Gunboat Diplomacy suits my deck well, so I'm going to take advantage of this game to do a recording of it. Now, I'm using a Japanese deck, as you can probably see in the top left. All of my units are Japs. Now, Japanese have awesome infantry, and today it looks like I'm going to be taking the left side. So, if I go ahead, Charlie, this is where we're going to be heading. And then look, I'm probably going to end up putting some HGMs into this tree line here. So let's jump to India and make sure that we keep that captured from the start. Going to move my FOB over there and my first CV. We're actually going to leave the mobile infantry here, and we're going to use a hyphens CV to head up to Charlie. And then to basically support that, all I'm going to use is HGMs, some PSAMs, basically man pads, and we're going to get a heavy tank or two, and that's going to be followed up with a few ground recon units. So we're going to get a few jeeps here, and then a couple of closed arrows. The closed arrows are really awesome because they're incredibly fast at the start of the game. I'm going to put it on the edge of the sector so that it's going to be the first to the front. I'm actually going to delete one of these recon so I can afford another one. Actually, I don't need to. I've already got 2. And yeah, so I'll just bring in a third recon unit. I've got 2 closed arrows, hyphens CV, Kaio Marishiki, which is a 160 point heavy tank. Then we've got 4 man pads and 4 HGM squads. And the man pads are going to go here and in this tree line, and both of the HGM squads will go in here as well. So that's what I'm going to do for the start of the battle. I'll just quickly land out my CV at the start as well. My command infantry, it's not really a command vehicle, which is what CV stands for. And it looks like my friends today are using the KP70 Kylers. Oh, I'm a fan of them already. We've got a Swedish mechanized deck, and we've got a German deck. And that's what I'm playing with today. And I'm, of course, using the Japs. So I really like this deck. It's quite well-rounded in the fact that it does field some reasonably heavy tanks alongside some decent AA and infantry. But it does lack on the vehicle front, and the recon can be a bit lacking at times, and so can the helicopters. The helicopters are just awful sometimes, especially these AH-1Hs. They have a strength of 6, but against like packed AA can be pretty brutal sometimes, and their air isn't the best either. Although these Kais can be really fun to use with their 8 340 kilogram bombs, and the F-15J, you can actually get 3 of these 165 point air supremacy aircraft with 1000 km/h speed and 40% ECM. Very, very powerful craft, this one, and like I say, because you can get 3 of them, really pretty awesome. Although they're only rookie, but if you want to go any higher on terms of veterancy, you have to only take 1, which can be rather frustrating. So they're all rookie planes. I do have some better AA though, in the terms of these like Kaiju Hawks, which are actually already just above trained. Not exactly sure what the third one is. Anyway, let's get these men on the move. We're going to move the helicopters first because obviously they need to make sure that they get to the front quickly, although they're taking off rather strangely. We're going to get these Honbu-ban into the tree line, and although that's breaking the air corridor, it doesn't necessarily matter that much. We're going to get the hyphens CV to sit in the back. We're going to order one of these man-pad squads to land in the town. And then we're going to shift click unload on all of these fellas. We're going to move fast the recon vehicles into these tree lines. We don't have boats on this this time round. I'm going to get these closed arrow up, and the Kai Marishiki can sit on the right. Dropping off all of the men. Get them all to the front. I'm going to use a command order of attack move. Looks like we dropped them all off, so we're going to send them all back to base for now. Or, well, not all the way back. I might actually split them and use them as coastal recon. If I place them around here, I can see if the enemy uses any aircraft to come and try and snipe my men. So I'm just splitting them up, as you can see, and basically spreading them out. Now over on the right, the SDRVs are engaging with MI4s. Dropped off 3 LV-GRPs, and they're doing work against all these helicopters with their anti-air RBS-90s. It's got a flak Panzer Gepard of Karl V. Donitz, and that should help out a lot as well. It kind of needs to stop that moving so it can actually deal damage. And what I'm actually going to do now is have a look at what's going on with one of my recon units. I'm actually going to replace him just in case he gets destroyed, and I'm now going to bring in a ninja as well, just so that I can get some exceptional recon on the field. So he's done well to get far up in this sector at the moment. His PV GRP RBS 56s are doing great work against these APCs. These looks like WZs. These Sin Hungs though, they are going to take a lot of damage from these STRFs. See, they aren't lasting very long at all, even though they do have main guns. There's also a lot of T-34-85s here. That is a big pack of STRFs though. I don't think many of this is going to last very long. Actually going to turn off the unit view because it's really frustrating when it keeps popping up like that. In the meantime, I'm going to reinforce my position on the left with a Nana Yon Shiji. And I'm going to try and get this recon across the bridge now that I've got a replacement for it. It really needs to move these SDRFs a bit further forwards so that they don't get absolutely annihilated by, yeah, a cluster bomb strike from the enemy. Which is exactly what just happened. He just lost like the majority of his APCs there because he didn't spread them out. Okay, let's get this closed arrow over here. I'm going to get the Kai Marishiki to the edge, ready to fire its main gun if it needs to. Got my Chumats as far to the edge as possible. My P-SAMs there, got my closed arrow to the right as well. It looks like my Recon's doing well at the moment. Actually going to stick him on fast move so he actually moves across this bridge faster. And it seems that there isn't much defending the left. So we're going to bring up another Nana Yon Shiki. And I'm actually going to bring in a Kutai squad. That Kutai squad might be able to get across the bridge. But it's good that I've got this here, because now I can actually move forwards my Kai Marishiki and actually attack these Norovs. And I'm also going to move forwards this closed arrow, but with an attack order rather than move fast. Get my ninja forwards. Might be able to take out this MD 500D, but I don't necessarily want to get my ninja shot down, so I might have to be careful. As soon as these Norovs are in range, I'll probably shoot from the bridge. Unless that T-62 MB is an issue, which it looks like it may be. So I managed to take out both the Norovs there, and now we're going to engage this T-62 MB. So hit that hard. My Kai Marishiki actually took quite a lot of damage then as well. We got a computer reset, but luckily that isn't going to be too much of an issue, as long as my dude can actually keep firing. Trouble is, the firing computer reset does affect its accuracy quite significantly. So I'm going to move fast this Nana Yon Shiki across the bridge. Managing to spot out some units here. I'm actually going to have to reverse this Kaio Marishiki because he is really not doing very much at the moment. He might be able to take out one of these Norovs. Missing every shot. It's really frustrating. I'm going to get this Kutai squad across the bridge though. I'm going to bring up another couple. We're actually going to bring up a couple of Chumat squads as well to make the run. And then we're going to add the helicopters to the screen. I sent this Nano Yon Shiki a bit too far forwards, and it looks like it may get engaged upon by the HGM of the T62, which is not exactly what I want. So I might have to fast move in the opposite direction. I'm sure the T62 has actually run out of ammo by now. Just using its main gun. So as long as I get it out of range, I should be good. And I can save that Nano Yon Shiki to come back another day. I'm going to bring in a couple of supply choppers. Peace Ryan here actually managed to take out that T62, which is really nice. And now the firing computer reset has finished with the Kaio Marishiki. We can send that forward to take out the Norov before he kills my Kutai squad. Okay, well my ninja managed to get close enough before, so hopefully there's no AA on this side. I'm going to send my ninja to go and take out this MD 500D. Hopefully he will be successful. Yep, managed to shoot that down. That's good. And now I know that there's no AA there. I'm actually going to send these Kutai squads and the Shumat squads over the other side of the bridge and drop off there. I'm going to get my Kaio Marishiki to move fast back across the bridge. Using the shift click land. Sure that my supply choppers get down properly. Need these guys to unload as quickly as possible because they are being fired upon by AA now. Strela 10M on the right. So we managed to lose a Chumat squad there, which isn't the biggest issue. I'm going to keep them landed so that the explosion of a helicopter doesn't harm my squads, and then I'll try and take them off. We're going to split them, keep them moving, get them to the coast. Get the Nano Yon Shiki to go and take out that Strela 10M. There we go. Actually managed to spot out this Razvedka squad with the UH-1Hs, and the Kutais can go and kill them off. I'm actually going to send my Kutai squad that's damaged back across the bridge. Taking quite heavy shots now from the right. There was also a PT-85 with a HGM that managed to hit my tank in the side as well, which is not good. So we're going to bring up another Kaio Marishiki. We're going to try and get another recon squad across the bridge. I'm going to replace that on the left, while I use this one to move over to the right. And then we can actually think about using a Kai to carpet bomb this area with the 340 kilogram bombs. See how our friends are doing. So, on the right, Delta looks firmly in our hands, and so does Hotel. Osterhays has actually done a nice job, even though he did lose the majority of his APCs. He's done a good job of securing this compound, which basically stops the enemy from capturing Hotel. And then we've got fullscreen Jaegers and Jaegers actually holding off on the right against what seems to be an attack of APCs. As long as you don't have any significant amount of infantry in them, you should be all right. And this Marder VTSI is providing some sort of anti-tank support. Tornado 1DS is not having much fun there. as it seems we've spotted some very heavy AA. Okay, we're going to have to be wary of that. Q-Tai are resupplying and replenishing. Going to continue the process of bringing up more Kaiu Marushikis, and I'm also going to bring up a closed arrow. Really need my teammates to stop bringing in air and getting it shot down, because at the moment this is a destruction game and we are in the lead in terms of points, and if they keep chucking away aircraft, that's not going to last very long. But it looks like that Biggin managed to get out nicely with a huge cluster bomb strike onto the TO-55s of the enemy. Looks like this smoke's coming in a bit late in order to mask the attack that they just did on the right there. I'm having a reasonably easy time, I think, here, especially on this side. I'm not really under any pressure. I'm just making sure that I'm ready to attack the enemy. And now that I have a couple of Kaiu Marushikis here, I am going to actually take advantage of that. We're going to get this Mitsubishi M2 to the right side of the tree line, so that it actually has line of sight to look over to the right. I'm not going to move these Q-Tai out of the tree line just yet. The reason for that is because there's actually units with main guns sitting in this tree line. Panzer Grenadiers gauging the enemy's Yokokde. The SDRFs are actually taking on Mi4 and these Yokokdes, which is not good. And, well, looks like Matthias may have given up. He is sitting on the 9999 ping. Could have Alt F4'd. Nope, just having a bit of lag. So we don't want these tanks to get killed. So I'm actually going to send my Nano Yonchiki over to this tree line here to take care of that HGM. Meanwhile, I'm going to get my Ninja to come forwards with the Mitsubishi M2. And we can see how much damage we can do. Seems we bumped into the T-62. Managed to blow that up. Actually going to reverse this Kaiu Marushiki now. Gonna get this Ninja to hold up a little bit. Got a MiG-29S coming in. What seems to be cluster bombs, is that? Nope, they are normal bombs, so that's just going to stun me. Doing a good job now of pressing across this sector here. It seems a bit strange, there's like no AA or anything to shoot down my Ninja. So just having a whale of a time spotting all the enemies. Moving towards this PT, and hopefully spot that out a bit easier. Got another MiG-29S coming in with bombs. Probably shouldn't have moved my Kaiu Marushiki forwards, because that took a lot of damage then. Gonna get this Ninja forwards. Shoot this Mi-8T. As it looks like the P-85 may have managed to get the jump on my Nano Yonchiki. Oh, now there's a Strela 10M. That's what I was looking for. And the two Ponkeis on the right. I need to take those out as quickly as possible. Take out the Strela 10M. And then we can attack the Ponkeis. Get my Mitsubishi out into the field. That can't get shot down by AA, so it should be okay. Take out those Ponkeis and the Strela 10M. Giving us a lot of points. The teammate's still ahead of me in points, actually. Spotted an enemy APC there. And we've also spotted the enemy's command infantry. And they shouldn't last long at all. I like the way that the enemy's using Razvedka. I think they're a really nice unit to use as recon. I wouldn't have spotted them until I got really close, and obviously my Mitsubishi M2 came up and spotted those for me. Look how close they were, and they weren't spotted by my tank. That's how good they are. We've got a bit more lag coming in. So it looks like we're actually crushing the enemy now. My Kai Marishiki. I've got another one there to come help out. I've got a KA-50 Akula now harassing me. Actually going to have to bring in a F-15J, I think. Now I've taken care of the Pongays, I should be able to shoot that down. And I can actually bring in a Kai to bomb the Mi-6 as well. I'm not sure what's exactly on the right, so I won't necessarily start attacking that. Hopefully this F-15J can do a good job of shooting that down. Still a lot of AA. Hopefully this F-15 will get out. No, he did not. Okay. So it looks like I might lose this Kai Marishiki. I might lose these two as well. Because it seems as though I might not be able to get away unless I bring in another F-15J. So there's the KA-50 Akula. I want to take this out ASAP. It's going to fly over where I think it is. I might be able to get away with shooting it down. An infrared missile. Sometimes aircraft can fire it blind at helicopters if they fly near them. Looks like once again that Mathias though is lagging. Now he's taking on Kolby Donitz on the right, and it looks like this time he has dropped. No. My F-15J failed to spot the Akula, but I have managed to basically save all my Kai Marishikis. And I'm going to get these Shirasagis back to the FOB to resupply. I'm going to shift click land so they land by the base, and I'm going to bring in another 2 Shirasagis to supply and repair my tanks. Now what might be a good idea is just to move forward a Kinsam closed arrow, and I'll put forwards another recon unit as well. I'm going to bring my F-15 in now, see if I can take out this Akula now that it's spotted. Looks like the Viggen of Osterhaze might beat me to it though. Yep, he managed to blow that up. There's a Strela at 10M in here, so my F-15J can instead go for the MiG-29Ss at the backside, and this Kai can bomb the Strela 10M. So I'm going to evac both of those, and we managed to blow up the Strela 10M. Osterhaze brought in a Viggen to do the same, but I'd already beaten him to it. And now we have a reasonable foothold at Bravo. Start bringing in more forces to secure that, so a couple more Shumat squads and a PSAM squad. Though, fact, doesn't look like it's that safe. As my Mitsubishi M2 gets killed by a unit with a main gun. If that's still the PT-85 or whatever, I'm actually going to be quite annoyed. Because that has survived through so much. Wait for long though, as soon as I start to press forwards my Kai Marishikis. Now I think that the main issue that the enemies had on this left side is that they didn't have the AA originally to take care of my ninja, which gave me a lot of spotting to use my longer range tank to kill their shorter range armor. And that left them basically out of range of my heavy tanks with the recon I needed in order to kill them. So with AA, a lot of that could have been avoided. Need to get this Mitsubishi across though. UH-1H can land as soon as it gets across the river, so I've shift clicked unload so that it queues the order and it unloads the command squadron immediately. I'm going to spread out these Kai Marishikis with attack orders so that they slowly advance and kill the enemy. You'll see that as soon as we spot anything, the units will stop and kill it, basically. That's how it works. I am going to actually send them into this tree line because I'm not exactly scared of what might be in there. Got bombs coming in from MiG-29S. They actually missed because my Kai Marishikis stopped. See, I'm doing so much damage here. The Vigans of Osterhay is actually covering my back as I push forwards. Some more bombs come in and hit my Kai Marishiki. I'm actually going to bring in my own F-15J now. And my two Kais, and they can provide some air support. And I'm going to move this Hombu Ban into the enemy territory. Okay, so it looks like the enemies identified, or my teammates identified where the enemy CV is. So I'm basically going to sweep my men forwards. And I'm also going to use these UH-1H's scouts ahead. Get this F-15J and these Kais to shoot down the MA-8T so it doesn't harass my forces. Any reinforcements basically should get annihilated. I'm going to use this UH-1H to actually attack the MA-8T. Looks like my F-15J may unfortunately get shot down, but the Kais should be able to take out the enemy. A bit of a dogfight going on there. Looks like all my planes managed to get out okay. My tanks, however, not so lucky. Did actually lose two Kai Marishikis to that SU. Managed to find the command vehicle on the left now though, so no more reinforcements for them. And we are going to spread out my UH-1H's to find their last unit. Then we're going to bring in a couple of F1s to blow the crap out of it. Let's bring in 3. So the UH-1H's can just scout across. And they should find it. Vigans coming in though with their bombs. It actually looks like they hit their target. And that leaves us with a victory. 23 minutes and 19 seconds. Myself, Karl V. Donitz and Osterhayes win against Matthias, Terminal Lance and Storr. An actually really fun game there. And I'm very glad that I managed to capture it for you live com. Hopefully you enjoyed to see the way in which I work my units and actually do things within games. Didn't know if I was going to win this or not, so the fact that I did win it, even better. Looks like I ended with 1,843 kills to 1,205 losses. A lot of those at the end there when I lost those 260 point tanks. Then I've got Karl V. Donitz on my team. 2,223 kills to 1,370 losses. Very nice. And and 58 kills for 855 losses for Osterhaze. So, well, I must say thanks for those playing with me. As you can see, they're not my friends. They're not on my friends list at all. But, yeah, there we go. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.